Hey traders from around the world, what's going on? It's your boy Jeremy Alexander Newsom with reallifetrade.com. Hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. So we were checking out the markets today. It is currently Friday, 12:30 Central, 1:30 Eastern. Doing this in the middle of the Friday trading room, which normally means either it's a slow day or I've lost all my money, and it's really the latter. I'm trading like I play basketball. I'm trading like John Rocker pitches. I'm trading like Mark Sanchez plays football. Day trading, that is. It's not very good. The last 4 days, I'm 0 for 5 since Monday. Lost today, and I'm like, you know what? Next week will be a little bit better. So, went ahead and paused for the rest of the day. Lost an R on Estee Lauder, ticker symbol EL, and hoping to make up some of the profits next week. Here is SPY, and I'm going to kind of review this note because it's a little bit long, but so far, looking pretty good. So, SPY. On the 16th of August, mentioned if SPY breaks the low of the day from today, we likely will be experiencing some lower lows in the future. And I drew kind of what I think the market would do in August through September, especially after the Olympics are over. Now, we did break that low on Wednesday, and then here is yesterday. And then today, not the strongest bullish gap in the world. So on the 17th of August, I mentioned if SPY makes a higher high before the end of the week, I'll throw my quick bearish theory out the window. If we do not make a higher high, then Monday, Tuesday, if we do get a bearish move, I'll be considering some puts, wave count, and prior all-time high action. Well, all that means is I've gone back, looked at previous all-time highs and previous moves that look like the one that we're getting now, aka this one. And I think that we're in a day that looks a little bit like this. Or, this day specifically being this day right here in red, right? Evening star reversal, next day is a bearish candle, next day is a bearish candle, the day after that, the evening star reversal, you get a bullish hammer candle, next candle is a white candle, next candle is a white candle, next candle is a black spinning top, next candle is a black spinning top. Interesting, I don't know, but again, I'm not expecting a huge bearish move, maybe something like this, and then probably a little bit of a bounce or a rally. I'm not expecting the market to go to zero, not expecting the sky to fall out. I was making a joke with Dean and a few other traders in the room that if I wrote articles like a lot of other people out there write articles, that would make a lot more, I get a lot more reads in my blogs that I write. I was telling him that if I wrote an article called "Here's 3 ways to protect your portfolio," I would get like 9 reads. But if I wrote an article that was like, "The Dow Jones is going to drop 80% in the next 7 months," it would go viral. And later that day, he sent me an ad that he saw on a website that said, "Economist predicts Dow drops 80% in 2016. I was like, man, that is such clickbait. Anyway, I don't think the market goes to zero. I guess is all I'm trying to say. I think a pullback would be healthy, would make sense. And with the timing, I'd be looking to get into some longer-term position calls, whatever, at that point on the SPY and some other trades. Now, in regards to the Qs today also down a little bit. Realistically, ladies and gentlemen, we got 35 cents away from the high of that box. And again, this green box is the exact same size as this wave, and 20 cents are off from this wave. So I think we're done. I think that box is signifying we're about to get this or this on the Qs. Is it going to happen? Not sure, but I'm being a little bit cautious. Today, thus far, is a new black crow, which is a black candle that opened and closed below the prior day white candle's closed. And looking at this candle, looks a tad bearish to me. I'm not saying that we're going to do this immediately, but it looks just a tad bearish. So I'm definitely got some bullish positions, definitely have some bearish positions. I'll be going through those pretty much right about now. Apple, ticker symbol AAPL, did exit my Apple position today profitably. Excited about that. Here is my note. I'm not going to read the whole thing because I'm going a little bit long already on the market review. But bottom line is Apple didn't do exactly what I wanted to do this morning at open. Now, I'm going to be keeping an eye on Apple for a continuation play. It's going to look a little bit like this. 109.73 by 108.28 into 112. So again, exit my Apple position this morning. I'm out for a solid gain. Happy about Apple. It did what we wanted to do. I'm fine with that. It's bouncing off the 10, and it is a nice bullish candle. And I did mention if we get a bullish candle on Friday, nice bullish candle on Friday, the next swing high should be 112.57. We'll see if it moves higher. In order for Apple to move higher, the market doesn't really have to move higher. I do like it bouncing off the 10. We will see. Netflix in bullish, hoping that it breaks out. Today's a nice little inside day candle, not sweating it. Higher lows, lower highs. If it trades sideways for a little bit next week and then pops, should be looking pretty nice. GILD, in bullish on GILD. Nice little one white soldier candle the day before yesterday, looking for that to hopefully pop a little bit. Blackberry in bearish, BBRY. I love shorting Blackberry, and if it closes below the 10, hopefully that trade will work a little bit. So that one's looking nice as well. Let's look at some other trades. Here's CELG. Had a trader request this one. And my thoughts on this one, great job, Garrison. He had a 108 put sale on CELG. That one looks like it's going to expire worthless. Otherwise, this does appear to be a bullish retest gap. Here's the white candle, and it did make its move already. I don't know if this is going to trigger today. Probably not. But if it can close above 113.22, it'd be a little bit more bullish on CELG. If it breaks below this stop, probably would come back down to these areas, which is about 107, and then potentially bounce on CELG, so we'll kind of find out. Want to make an update for my boy Matt DeLong. He's in some swing trades. I'm looking at these two. He's in TRN. So Matt, Trinity Industry, your big winner. Great job, Mr. DeLong. Awesome job. Here's ROIC, which he's also in. And that might be the loser potentially, right? So here's a strong hammer. If you lose on this one and win on TRN, you'll probably win more than you lose. And if you mathematically do that, you'll be profitable. Great job, man. Fantastic stuff. Here is ARWR, keeping a close eye on this one for some swing trades in the future. Not necessarily today, but lovely, lovely retest gap. Here's your resistance. Here's your ascending triangle. There's your volume. There's the retest gap. Edge is bullish. So I'll keep my eyes out for this for the next few days or weeks. I don't know when or if it will pull back, but if it does, I'll be looking to potentially get in on ARWR. LB brands, I will be watching this one. I like this gap on LB brands. Kind of cute, kind of small. Here's a little pennant pattern. Looks a lot like a few other trades out there. And I'm going to be looking at something like this on LB brands. Something like that. Going to look at it a little bit more on Monday, in Merchant Monday in the afternoon swing trading floor. But if we do trade sideways on LB brands like that and break out, I will like that move. Kind of similar to Macy's a little bit. Ticker symbol M. Really, really good gap on Macy's. Looking for this, this, and this. And that's also very similar to JCPenney. So Merchant Monday is going to be next Monday. This Friday at 5 Eastern is Finance Friday in the afternoon. So I'll be looking at a lot of finance stocks. Let's look at a few more. Here's TDC. And TDC, this is the one that I was setting up before I went away on my cruise. So I'm not in on this trade, but a few traders are. So 29.84 by 28.72. If you're in TDC based on this earnings gap, you have a gorgeous little pennant pattern. Give that about another week for it to bounce next week. And then later next week, you probably move up your stop to lock in some gains. That's always a good thing. Gotta give a shout out to my buddy Bobby Kendall. He's in Nike bullish, and he's really enjoying today's candle. Great job, Bobby. And he also got triggered into WDC today based on this invert head and shoulders pattern on an hourly chart. So Western Digital is back out of support. A lot of people looking to get in on that one, and it's looking relatively decent. Kind of dig it, so we'll kind of see. Got a few more. Just looked at Netflix. Gonna take that one off my list. Let's go look at Estee Lauder. This is the one that stole an R from me today. Really nice gap, right? It was a bearish gap and go. White candle gap down. I loved everything about it. There was support, and I'll show you the trade that I lost on. 5-minute charts. Here was my entry. I was looking at it, 5-minute candle breakdown, and I was looking for it to retest, and my stop was right there. So it broke down, hit my entry, and then stopped me out. Boom. Lost in about 10 minutes. That's usually what you want when you do lose a trade. You want to lose very, very quickly. And just so that way you can just get out of it, move on, do your thing. So, ladies and gentlemen, in trading, it's all about losing small. And I know a lot of traders, a lot of analysts out there will kind of gloss over their losses. That's not real life, though, and that's why we started the company to begin with. It's all about losing often, but losing graciously. If you do lose, just lose small. Get your winner and win a large trade, and it can make up for it. Just don't get emotional. Like DE. Oh my goodness. Unbelievable. DE, Deere & Company. Posted this one yesterday in TradingView and mentioned with this a gap up. If it gapped up into this area, it would be a really good bullish play. This was a bullish gap and go. This morning I mentioned should be a nice bullish play with this gap. It did not open in the zone that I wanted to, but if you can look at it on a 5-minute time frame, you can see a very nice, what appears to be a gorgeous pennant, opened up, traded down, bounced. And if you didn't get on that, there's your morning star off of the 10. Boom, boom, boom. Nice Morningstar reversal off the 10 exponential moving average, and Deere and Company absolutely rocketed. A lot of traders had some put sales, 77.50 for August. That's going to expire worthless. Stan has a 75 for September, and that also likely at this point probably going to expire worthless. Las Vegas Sands, I exited my swing trade about 2 or 3 days ago. Karen's in the 50, 47, 50 bull put spread. That should expire today. Drew tried a day trade on Las Vegas Sands, mitigated his risk very well. Trade still looks pretty bullish. The trend looks pretty bullish on Las Vegas Sands. So if you are in on Las Vegas Sands on a swing trade, overall looks good. Just kind of doing its thing. Sky People Fruit Juice, ticker symbol SPU, getting rocked. Last time we talked about it was right here. Mentioned that it would likely be going down because that's just too far, too fast for a company like Sky People Fruit Juice. And that's what it is. So it has going down at this point. We looked at it for a bearish trade this morning. Not the case. Didn't happen. Still going to watch it for a little bit of a bearish trade potentially overall. And 2 more. Micron Technology. Got to give a giant shout out to my boy, Vinny Patel, who's going to be in Nashville soon. Excited about that. Vinny said he got into a very, very similar trade as that right there. A lot of traders in some put sales on Micron. Been keeping an eye on Micron for quite a while. Some very, very bullish gaps. Back on the 25th of July was right here. And back on the 12th of July was right here. So I've really had Micron on my list very closely since that day and since this day. And specifically, we tried a bullish swing trade here. And you know what? We lost on it. We lost an R. We got stopped out. 1 R is 1%, right, of your account, or it can be 2%, or anywhere between 1 to 2%. But I just use 1 R. So let's just say you lose 2% of your account on that trade, right? Boom, you lost. What now? Do you cry about it? Do you cry over spilled eggs? Maybe, right? If you have shells all over the ground, never a good thing. Your trigger intraday at 1364 at 1294. This is based on this candlestick pattern right here. The high of these candles are exactly the same. This gap filled. Bullish gap at go. Filled the gap. Came into the moving averages. Hammer-ish pattern. Morningstar reversal pattern. On the moving averages in a bullish trend. Take the trade, try again, be willing to risk an R, and there is your gains. Got your loss back and then some. Micron doing beautiful things. Great trade, Vinny. And Baidu, this was requested by another trader out there in the YouTube verse. He asked me what I thought on Baidu, and this was the exact thought that I provided. Sent him the chart, and so far, working out pretty good. Nice little pennant pattern on Baidu. Now, again, I'm not in on this trade. I don't trade Baidu because I can't trade Baidu. It doesn't work for me, apparently. Anyway, this one analysis did. Here's your resistance. Really good candle. There's your pennant pattern. Broke out, retested. How would I know to do a retest on this trade? How would I know to wait for a limit buy? There's your retest gap right there. Boom, retest, breaking higher. Next target on Baidu. Probably 185 and then 187.50. So if you're in that trade, rock on. I like it. Ladies and gentlemen, until now, I don't know what that means. I'm going to New Orleans tonight. Going to be hanging out with some buddies, doing a fantasy football draft, and maybe seeing a few real-life traders down in New Orleans. My thoughts and prayers go out to everyone in Baton Rouge, South Louisiana, who got impacted by the floods and the rainwater. Real-life traders are everywhere, so we got to stick to our own. Hopping down to New Orleans. September is going to be real estate month. August is volunteer month. Make sure to give back to your community, ladies and gentlemen. It is called real life trading. So in that part, life, got to give back to other people, got to help, got to be generous. That's what it is all about, being better people. Becoming a better person will obviously likely help you become a better trader. Thanks so much for watching this Friday Real Life Stock Review. Have an amazing weekend. You guys absolutely rock. If you have any requests that you want me to look at, feel free to email me, jeremy@reallifetrading.com. You can message me on Twitter @NewSomeNuggets, or just simply post in the comment section below if you want me to do a specific trade or trade analysis. You guys are amazing. And until next time, love life, and trade it. Bye-bye.